Hey guys, it's Hobo with Wood again, and a lot of you have started watching some of the videos, and I really appreciate it. I've only had a few that actually have subscribed to the channel, and I will ask that if you enjoy watching the videos I'm producing and you find them either just entertaining and or informative, do me the favor and hit that little subscribe button there and subscribe to the channel and watch and share the video with your friends or on your timeline. That's how this works and becomes productive. I'm just now new to this YouTube and YouTube monetization. Are you aware that there is monetization of YouTube channel? You can make money on your videos. I was advised to do that and a while ago, and I'm just now getting around to doing it. And I've started. I'm still learning. But last year's number one YouTuber, no, not last year's number one YouTuber, but the highest paid YouTuber is an 11-year-old who has contributed absolutely nothing except content on a YouTube channel. He has a net worth of $75 million. An 11-year-old with a net worth of $75 million from posting YouTube videos on his channel about playing with toys. So I don't ever expect to be in that kind of league or that category. No, frankly, I don't want to be. But in order for the monetization to work, you have to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little button and subscribe to the channel. And only after I reach enough subscribers and I've achieved enough hours viewed that I can then begin to profit from the ads that are being shown on my channel. So enough about how YouTube works and monetization. Mainly, if you enjoy watching the channel, subscribe. That little button right there. Just push it, subscribe. And my videos are never meant to be educational. They may be somewhat informative, but I'm never ever suggesting anyone to take what I'm doing as a how-to. In fact, it might even be a how not to. But we've been working with a lot of different things with the laser, doing some engraving with wood, ceramic tiles, flask, anything that can be engraved. I've been engraving it, playing with it. I'm using the xTool D1. I've not been paid by anybody to promote anything to this point, and the moment I do, I will tell you, hey, this is a promotional video. But so far, we don't have enough subscribers to get there yet. But today I've been working with the little LED night lights with the acrylic stands or that you engrave in the acrylic, and then when you turn on the LEDs, it emits a light that runs up and through the acrylic, creating a nice little night light and a glow effect. Those I can completely personalize. It's taken some time for me to figure out this process, and that's what we're going to share with you now. So subscribe, enjoy. All right, so here's an example of the LED signs that I'm going to be working with and creating today. It's just an LED base that there's this piece of acrylic that slides in here, and there you see they're demonstrating it flashes. You can change the different colorings and different settings, personalize them and make them anything you want. This person's decided to make it a football lamp, but if we come up here and look at the top, you've got people who are doing butterflies, Star Wars, NFL, again, all personalization, but ranging anywhere from price to $20 to $30 on Etsy. I'm going to be doing mine for $25 a piece. customizable in any way you like. But what I'm beginning to learn is that a lot of people lack the imagination to say, oh, you know what, I'd like to have this. But they go, oh, I love that NFL. Ooh, I wished I had that Carolina Tar Heels lamp. So I'm creating some of my own. I'm doing the NC State, Carolina Tar Heels. I'm a little bit reluctant to do anything NFL for multiple reasons. But I'll have some Tar Heels and State. In fact, what we're gonna do here in a minute on camera is we're gonna burn an NC State logo so you can see how the process is done and what takes place. But it's really just limited to your imagination on what you'd like to have created and what you'd like to have burn on there. So let's take a look at the process and how it takes place. Okay, I'm using Lightburn software, which is just, I guess, kind of like a computer-assisted drawing software program that will control the laser and allows you to program it and bring in different images, edit them as you like. And here we have two reverse images of the NC State and the North Carolina Tar Heels. And right now we're going to be working just with NC State. So let's take this one off the work bed. Come on. No, stupid. Take it off the work bed. There we go. Now we're only going to be working with the NC State logo. And I've already done all the editing and all that because that's really kind of boring and monotonous work, and that's not really what we're interested in seeing or producing today. But again, this is a mirrored image, and the reason it's mirrored is because this is going to be etching in a reverse on this clear plexi, and then put in the stand and illuminated, and it gives a better effect when it's done from the reverse. At least that's what I've learned watching the videos and the how-tos to learn how to do this myself. So we have a tool path, which is this outer rectangle that goes here. The tool path is the dimensions of the acrylic that I have on my laser bed. So I've centered the image on that tool path, and then by actually using this target or laser control, the laser positioning, I can come up and select right on the corner of that tool path where that laser needs to go, and that's going to send the laser to that position on the work bed. I'm going to select the opposite corner, and I can do all four corners that way. And that lets me know that, okay, I have got this squared, or that acrylic is now where I expect it to be with the coordinates of the software. So the tool path is just for framing purposes. It's not going to be engraving or doing any kind of work with the laser itself. It's just a tool path and telling the laser where to go. So now that I've got that set up, I've got the acrylic set up. When I tell it to actually, I go up here and tell it to frame my work, then the laser is going to move in a path that's going where the laser engraving is actually going to take place. Now, another thing with the clear acrylic is you're not actually going to be able to engrave in the clear acrylic because a blue laser, the diode from the blue laser, the laser from the, when you're working with a blue laser, there we go, the blue laser will pass right through the clear and it has no effect on it whatsoever. So what I've got here is a piece of steel that I have coated in primer. And this image here is a reverse image of one I've already done. And these images up here are all the different test burns that I've had to do in order to figure out what to do and what not to do. As you can see, focus, there we go. Those are the different powers that I've played with, and they were way too powerful, and it just not only burnt through it, but actually would crack the acrylic. So it was several test patterns and test burns to figure out the correct power settings to get where we need to be. We've got that dialed in. We've got the acrylic set up, and now it's just a matter of telling this thing to burn, baby, burn. So we're going to let this thing burn through. I'll speed up the process while I take a minute and enjoy this. And then once she gets finished, we'll clean her up and show you how she works. Okay, so that's done with engraving. It's not really engraving, it's actually more of a reaction to the heat and an etching, because like I said, the laser actually passes through the acrylic and does have no effect on the acrylic whatsoever. I've got this taped down just as a security. If the movement, if the air assist was on or anything was to blow the acrylic, then you've lost the whole piece. But what's happening is that laser passes through that clear acrylic, it's a tongue twister, and then the heat from the laser interacting with the primer on this steel, it then causes a reaction here, causing some type of crystallization to take place just on the surface of the glass. So there's a little bit of residue here from the primer, which we'll clean up, but that's permanently etched into the plexi. So you cannot cut clear plexi with a small hobby diode like this or engrave it, but you can use tricks with the steel and the primer and the subsurface to make it happen. So that might be educational, informative, but it's only from a process of trial and error I figured it out. Now, I haven't bothered saying, hey, listen, my millimeters per speed, my power and all that, because my settings for my laser to make this happen are completely irrelevant when it comes to your laser if you're looking at this for how to on your laser. The trial and error is the best thing you can do, and it doesn't matter if you're working with clear plexi or if you're working with wood. Every product that you work with is going to react differently. A piece of wood is going to react different. A piece of birch will react different than maple. It's going to act different than the acrylic, than the stainless. So you almost have to do a test burn with everything you're going to be working on. You can have some kind of a par or an average for birch, but from day to day with different humidity levels and different things going on, it's going to burn different than it did the last time. You can have, like I say, an average or a par or somewhere to start, but in order to know it's going to be right the first time, every time, you almost have to do a test burn every time. So let's clean up this plexi and see what we got. Oh no, I'll probably get fired over this one. I did that one in the wrong color. Carolina Tar Heels is not supposed to be red. Totally screwed that burn up. Oh wait, it's not the burn that gives it the color. It's the remote control. There we go. How you like that? So you can leave it there as blue for Carolina blue. White. Or you can have it strobe in different colors. This works off a USB that you can plug into the wall, or you can just slap some batteries in the base, and it does have a button on the base to control the on-off, and I think the color flashing series. But the way they work, quite simple. That's the piece I just had on the laser. And you've got the LED base here with the LEDs inside that's emitting the different colors. And then just drop in the other one. And let's give this one the correct color. So, 25 a piece gets you your base, your acrylic, however you want it designed, your ACC team, your local high school football team, your high school mascot. If you want to put some pressure on the kids and inspire them, look, okay, you're going to go to Chapel Hill. Yeah, he's only in kindergarten, but you want to put a Tar Heels logo in his bedroom for his nightlight, we can do that too. No pressure, right? So I hope you found that fun, and if you're not going to support me with buying my goods, support me by subscribing to the channel. Please like and share. Comments are always welcome. Subscribe. Thank you.